It's toy time, it's toy time. It's toy time, it's toy time. Hello and welcome back to Toytyme Studios. This is episode 55. Welcome back to all you geeks, freaks, toy addicts, fanatics, all you social media platform viewers, all you YouTubers, and all you Toytyme Studio subscribers. Welcome back. I'm Danny Martinez, back for more with you. We got some unboxings to do. Episode 55, we figured, you know what? 55, 5. ESPN did 30 for 30. We're going to be doing
5 for 5.
Okay? So, 5 for 5.
5 for 5.
5 for 5.
5 for 5.
In this episode, we're going to be unboxing 5.
5.
5.
5.
That's right. I said
5.
5 different Marvel Selects figures. Alright? I've accumulated these over a little bit of time. We're going to start with the worst one, but before we do that, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for helping the channel grow. We're about to pass 70 subscribers. We're working on things. We're getting things rolling. Things are moving. Things are getting better. And we're going to keep moving onward and upward. So out of the 5 figures, I'm going to start with the worst one first. In my opinion, the worst one. And it just so happens to be from the worst movie as well. So, here we have from Thor, The Dark World, the sequel that is generally panned and hated, we have Jane Foster. A very unimpressive looking figure, for the most part. I got this from the Joker's Child, probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it's been sitting in the, actually about a year and a half ago. It's been sitting in the packaging. So, let me give you a look at the packaging. We'll give it a spin. Pretty basic for their figures. Mostly plastic clear encasing, and then a cardboard backing with a little fold around, so that way you have something to bind, and it folds around the front just slightly on the left side usually. So that way you stack them, you turn them, rotate them to the left on the shelf, and you just basically have the side picture showing. So for instance, since you saw the packaging already, so for instance, it would be something like this. You would see all of them lined up exactly like that. As you can see, it was $24.99 when they made these originally. This is quite a few years ago now. So that's why it's $24.99. Now they're about $29.99 average. Okay. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so as you can see, not only plastic encased on the outside, the basic plastic encasing on the inside, with everything usually tied at certain points or taped over wherever it fits into the plastic encasing. There's a base stand there for her to stand on, so that means that's just yet another item to be placed in the bin of accessories, side pieces, extra heads, extra arms, etc. There's an extra head. It's supposed to be based on Natalie Portman. I think the head on the figure probably, they're not so bad actually. It almost looks like Natalie Portman, but still, I think it's just because her character isn't really liked in general from the movies. Well, the Marvel movies at least. So as usual, it came with a little brochure, little fold out type of manual thing with just more figures advertising. So we'll just show you that very quickly. And then there's the other side. I usually just throw those out. Okay, so we've got our base, which is a really big, bulky base. I don't know why. There's a groove in the front here for some reason, but I don't see anything that's supposed to fit into it, or it doesn't make sense how. Alright, so then there's also this kind of accessory. This has like some weird shape to it too. Doesn't make sense at all. Alright. And then there's also the extra Natalie Portman head, but with dark eyes, so I guess that's when she's possessed by the ether. Alright, trying to wedge that right there. Hopefully it stays. Actually, it's pretty good sculpt. For the head, this one looks like Natalie Portman, much better, slightly better than the other one. Still a dull figure. I mean, and then on top of it, the worst thing of all about this figure is it doesn't stand on its own. It's almost impossible for it to stand on its own. So it's like you've always got to have it like wedged up against something in some way. So this one will definitely be put in the detox, wedged in between whatever random figures. However, let's give it a spin. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be putting this one in the detox, wedged in between a bunch of other figures, just up against a corner probably or something. This is definitely, out of the 5 figures you're about to see, this is the worst one. Not really much to say about it. Not really excited about it. It's been a pain in the neck to even display it. On top of that, it's a Marvel Select, so it's usually a pain in the neck to open because of the ties, especially the old school ones, the way that just had the plastic ties. There was one time I opened up about 20 of them, and I literally, my fingers were like done. Fingertips were worked. Skin was cut up. It was extreme. All right, so all those other pieces are going to go into the accessory bin. And next up, we have, also from the Joker's Child, in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, my closest local comic shop, LCS, local comic shop. Very cool. We have the Human Torch. This is the first time I've seen a Human Torch in a while, since they stopped making Fantastic Four and X-Men stuff from back in the day, during that whole who owns what rights, why should we, make stuff that's going to promote their stuff, so whatever. All right, so I'll give you a look at that packaging there already. And as you can see, really cool. Like usual, an image on the side, on the left side, for the fold around with the label of what the name of the character. You also have the on the back explanation, what's going on with the character, who they are, basic overview, and usual packaging and presentation there. Like I said, usually they get stacked sideways, so that way you can see the image on the side, just like so. Now, this one I think would be really cool when there's lighting with it because of the clear nature of the plastic and the colors. There's a lot of things you can do with cool pictures with this one. That's how they got this picture, I believe. So, enough said. Let's do this. Now, this one comes with 2 levels of plastic encasing here. There's an under level and the top level. The top level has the figure, the hands, the extra head, and an extra flame with hand accessory. Same here, and a fireball. Then under is the base part and the extension, so that way you can extend more of the, basically to make it look like Human Torch is flying or blasting out of your shelving or whatever place you decide to display him. Okay, so we have our base, and then you can attach him however you like. The attachment is in the back. It's a ball joint, ball and socket. So you just make sure you put them in firmly there, and then you can adjust them as you wish. But I'm gonna make it look like that. Okay. Now, there's a ton of attachments. There's actually a lot of little pieces. So, I'm going to lay them out right in front of him. There's the hand with the flames coming out of his fingers. There's a hand with the fireball. Some little fire piece there. Extra hand and a balled up fist for both sides. And then there's the extra head, which has the old school look. Literally the comic accurate look. And I think that one's cooler. But either way, they're both cool. But I'll give you a closer look at the head. And let's give it a spin, shall we? Really cool. This one looks really, really good. If you do certain lighting with it, you can light this up in a ton of ways. Like, I'm thinking of ways alone in my head. This brings back memories of when I took pictures of the Dark Phoenix Kotobukiya. Very similar. Or when I did a picture of Herald of Galactus Nova, her hair was flames, and they had a figure like that, but she was gold body. Really cool picture from back in the day. But this reminds me of that, like the potential for pictures, really cool photos and photographs of this. Really, really cool. I'm sure there's tons of options, tons of things creative people can do. So I'm gonna let it spin one more time there. That way you can just see it. Really good on the flames. Like I said, not decently impressive right here as is in regular lighting, but I think creative lighting, that's the way to go with this one for sure. And then the poses, like, it doesn't matter what you do, it's gonna look cool. And there's a lot of things you can do. The flame that shoots up into it, that attaches to his back, it actually it rotates. So essentially, you can do a few things. So I should probably figure that out. But for now, there you have the Human Torch. These are all done by Diamond also. I can't forget to mention Diamond Toys, Diamond Select Toys. They do a good job on these. They're more based about the sculpt, and they're larger. They're not about the articulation as much as the Marvel Selects, the Marvel Legends. All right, so beautiful figure there. Can't wait to see the possibilities and the potential of what I could do with this in the future for future projects. I like to keep all my accessories organized. Now, next up, we've got, also from the Joker's Child in Fairlawn, Titanium Man. I'm not very familiar with the character. While I give you a spin on the background on the back on the card there, it explains it pretty well. Um, like basically, he's part of Iron Man's rogues gallery. Uh, Russians created Crimson Diamond, Dynamo, and Titanium Man to try and stop the threat posed by Iron Man. And it's more of a classic villain. Still pretty cool. Good packaging. Straightforward, very basic. The same exact, pretty much the same exact thing. They keep it simple. I mean, it's pretty big though. This one's pretty heavy. It's a bigger figure. Solid. So, all right, now that you've seen it 360, let's take a look. They come with a manual now. They're a little different from the other one that I showed you. These are some of the newer style Diamond Select toys there. See, I've got all those pretty much. And then there's some kind of questionnaire you can send them, and maybe they'll send you something back, possibly. Who knows? And then on this side, there's a few more figures. I don't have the Endgame Thanos. I haven't seen that one yet. But these are Disney Store exclusives. However, Titanium Man is not a Disney Store exclusive. So, I like these a bit better. He stands easy because he's big, as you can see. He comes with an extra head, and he comes with the 2 extra hands, unclenched. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Solid on the paint job all around. I mean, didn't really differentiate any of the other details, which could have made it better. However, let's give it a look. 360. Classic villain from the Iron Man Rogues Gallery. Iron Man wasn't always so big. He became like a third tier superhero before the Marvel Cinematic Universe took place and brought him and some of the Avengers back up to a certain level, to the top level, really. Top interest, peak interest. Uh, there was a lot of characters from back in the day like that, but still impressive figure. This is probably going to be usually in the background of the DTOF when it comes to Marvel Selects. Now, I'll give you a nice look at the interchangeable head there. Pretty cool, I must say. All right. Now we'll move on to the next one. This is number 4, my second favorite. And we're going to go with Silver Centurion Iron Man armor. Now this is also from a classic time for Iron Man. This one is very accessory involved. And as I give it a spin, let you take a look at it. Same story, same deal. You got the image on the side, you got the story on the back, image of the figure, and other information. Plastic encasing. This one was picked up recently at the Joker's Child in Fairlawn also. This one and the previous 3 were all picked up at the Joker's Child in Fairlawn. Okay. $29.99, which is the current retail. And really cool. So you've seen the packaging, and now, well, nothing left to do but break Tony out. Okay, so this little plastic piece, which is part of the base, came out. So did the staff. However, it's pretty involved. I mean, there's a lot of accessories, an extra helmet, an extra head if you want to take the helmet off. There's tons of stuff here. I mean, I'm guessing there's stuff for I don't even know what some of this stuff is. Definitely the extra hands, and then the hands with the blasters. Oh, there's too much going on. Most of these are going to be definitely put away. Let's get to it. Okay, we got the base. Now, I was going to use the base, however, it is flimsy as all hell, and this figure is pretty solid. So I'm just going to take I took the bottom attachments from the feet off that would show like rocket boot, like, he's flying, propulsion of some sort. And I just took them off so he could stand. The stand also has a peg there, but I'll just use it for another figure that's lighter. Somehow I'll figure something out. However, like I said, tons of accessories, tons. I mean, let's take a look, shall we? I mean, there are these pieces. There are these pieces. There is this piece. Then there are 4 more hand pieces of different varieties. I mean, matching though, of course. So you can go both hands the same, however style you like. More clenched, half clenched, kind of just halfway out. Then there's, then there's even fireballs right there. That's from the feet. Okay, and then you've got the extra head there. There's a piece of plastic inside. Okay, so here we got the head, the extra helmet, and the extra head. Really, really cool. They did a good job on the paint job too. Very old school. Just a triangle, very bulky. We'll give it a look. Give it a 360 spin there. Tons of cool accessories, man. Wow. I love accessories. Really good job. This really brings back some memories. Not specific memories of stories, just specific memories of that time period. When, I was just a kid growing up and Iron Man was just Iron Man. Like he'd been around already for so long. Really cool. Good job again. Diamond Select. I'd say out of all the things they produce, these Marvel Selects may be among some of my favorites, besides the busts they do and tons of other stuff they do that I like. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. The gallery, the PVC galleries, I love all those as well. Now, last but not least, while we move this out of the way, so many accessories. All those accessories will come in handy one day when I make the little short films with these figures. Definitely will help in customizing their poses and everything else. Last but not least, we have the 5th, also one of my favorites because it's the Disney Store exclusive, 1. 2, it's the classic Taskmaster, not the movie version from Black Widow, but the classic from the comic. Really, really cool. As I give you a look at the packaging, really nice. I mean, they definitely took care of this one to make it look like the figure. It pops. It actually does remind me of the first appearance of Taskmaster in Avengers, which I'll show you a pic of that cover. Very nice. Okay, now that you've seen the packaging and We've given you a little look at it. You've seen what it looks like. Let's go over the details. All right. So definitely a cool figure. Also, one of the few villains that, for the most part, can wear a cape and still be pretty badass. Okay, so he's got a few accessories as well. He's got the extra head right here, which has the non-skull version. He's got some extra arrows here, similar to Hawkeye, which can go right in the back there. Wait a second. He's got one extra hand, which means, oh, here we go. Okay. He's also got a gun. He's also got a bow. He's got a sword. That goes here. Jesus Christ. Got a lot of freaking weapons. And this one goes in the holster here. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, and then he has his shield. I'll just leave it laying here. Comes with one of those brochures. I'm just going to throw it out. This one I got a while back, probably in 2020 sometime. I got to get a few more of the Disney Store exclusives. I've seen a lot of Disney stores closing, but let's give it a spin while I talk about that. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Disney stores closing, so I'm going to try to get whatever I can off of the website while they're still operating. Some of the stores are having like liquidation sales before they close, or just, you could tell. And they're having less of these there anyway. But some of the Star Wars ones are what I'm on the lookout for too. But really cool figure here. The cape kind of covers the back, but that helps him stay sturdy. Great detail on the boots, the gloves, the face. Oh my goodness, the face with the skull. Whoa. Uh, he definitely seems like someone who is very strategic and very ready for battle. Great job on the sculpt. Lots of pouches, lots of accessories as far as weapons. Just one extra hand. Okay, and then we'll give you a look at the other head, the interchangeable head there. Really cool. Awesome. Okay, so then I take these away. These will all get put away because no matter what, until I use them for like my short films or just some photography or some projects, until that happens, there's no reason for him to have all the weapons out and in hand and everything. It just takes up space in the display. So now we're gonna get ready for our group shot. So since most of them stand well on their own, the only one that's gonna need assistance is Jane Foster. So we'll have to figure something out for her. She should be easy once everyone else is all set up. Now, even in the Human Torch's case, even though his base is really cool, as far as just putting him in a case, I'm probably just gonna have him. Yeah, it's gonna be without the base, no matter what. I mean, it can't do it. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. All right. Everybody stands well on their own. Why is it that it had to be Natalie Portman Jane Foster of old from the Dark World? Why does it have to be her to be resistant? It's just the feet. The feet have heels, even though you don't even get to see the feet much. It's just weird. And then the dress doesn't, like, the mold, the sculpt of it, it's just weird. See, look. See? She can't stand. So, I'm gonna have to lean her back a little. Alright, here we go. Oh, it looks like they're almost like posing for a picture. Human Torch is like, hey, don't worry. Come on, we're all good. We are all good. All right, so let's give it a spin. Really nice, though. 4 out of 5. I mean, this is a first ever
5 for 5.
We're not mocking ESPN. We're homaging ESPN. Okay. Really cool job, though. Diamond Select. You do for the most part. I'm happy with everything. Otherwise, I wouldn't take them out of the packaging and display them. I would just sell them off and get rid of them. I mean, I keep them. I keep all my toys pretty much. Even though I should probably start looking into unloading some eventually. However, it ain't gonna happen today. So great job. Great job. Well, that'll do it. There you have it. Our first 5 for 5, episode 55, Toytyme Studios, Marvel Selects 5-pack. Okay? Another great unboxing in the books. We hope you liked. We hope you enjoy going out there and getting some yourself. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. We really love doing this. Got tons more stuff to do, and we're gonna get into some like really cool stuff as time goes on. Hopefully you like the videos. We hope we're getting better at it. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be safe. Peace.